Well, here we are in our backyard around the beginning of August 1980. We had a patio fixed up because we were going to look at the decrepit steps. They were all falling apart, and like anything else, they weren't getting done, and I wasn't doing them unless there was a good reason for it. Last year, my cousin Tom, in 1979, got some of the family together in his backyard, and I think that's what became known as Family Reunion Number 1. This got to be number 2, and it was scheduled for August 10th, 1980. And I had to do some cleaning up because the paint was peeling in the backyard, and the patio that we had no patio. We had a brick wall that was falling down. So I had that pulled down, and the plant box was already there, but we had that pulled down, and this shows you the stage of construction. I had some guy put some brick and some stone around, and we got finished, and it cleaned up just neat enough in a few weekends to be able to welcome the family on August 10th, and we were looking forward to it. We didn't know how many we were going to get, and then on Sunday morning that came, we got a beautiful day. This is Jack Short, one of the first arrivals. He drove up from Virginia with his daughter Nancy that morning. He was pretty tired, and he flaked out for an hour or two while we were getting ready. We were all set up here about an hour before anybody came. Short, that's Patty Byrne, and it's Jackie Short, Nancy Short again, and here's Bob Byrne, Marie's husband. My daughter Maggie coming over to serve some soft drinks because we're not a big drinking family. Actually, it's a strange thing. There was a couple of us that were real heavy imbibers, but right now that's Jeannie Byrne, very cute kid. Nancy or Peggy Pika, very cute. Peggy is expecting a baby. Here comes my son Michael, who had that morning going down from Vermont in order to spend the day with us. Jack was still taking a little nap at this time. A little shot close up, giving you a good shot of him. We really appreciated his effort. He had just gotten an operation on his arm a couple days before that, and still came. This is my sister Ann, Jack's wife. And Ann came down to live with us in 1942 at Langley Field, and never left. She stayed there. She still lives there. There's Peggy. There's Marie, and her husband Bob. She's a little bit smart there, but she's really... Well, this is my two grandkids, Michael and Amy, from Vermont. Now here we're going to have some trouble. That's Jeannie, that's Jackie, that's Lori and Kathy, and there's Janie. This is getting crazy now. That's Honey's daughter, Kathy, and there's Lori, Peggy Pig, and Marie in the background. This is Jeannie, and handing little Matthew back to his mother. That's Betty Ann. That's Dick's daughter, and that's her husband, Boiler. I forget his first name right now. There's Dick and Bob. Dick wasn't feeling too good that day. Ange was in the hospital, and he was a little bit concerned. There's Barbara, and there's Dave Monroe. That's Honey's husband and his grandchild. Michael carrying on a little conversation of some sort with him. Amy coming over to visit him. These pictures are a little bit overexposed, and I can't do anything about it. I have very bad luck. There's Grandma Lottie. Okay, here's another big bunch. There's Bob Burke, Dick Burke rather, and Susan, and that's Jane with Marie in the background. And I can't see who Jane is talking to right now, but that's Susan standing next to Dick Burke and Foose. And there's Boiler. I can't remember his damn first name. I'll get it later on. I think it's... Oh, there's Kristen. Kristen just snuck in and she's waving a drink around. It's probably some of the punch, and it didn't have anything in it. Good shot of Dick. Dick's looking at a picture that was taken of the 4 generations quite a while ago. Maria's showing it to Patty, and there they are. There's my father in a uniform. Tommy on my grandfather's lap, and yours truly on the right. There's Dick, rather a handsome chap for my kid brother. There's Jack and Tom, my cousins. Jack is, I guess he's after Ann. He's number 3 in the family, and Tom down the line somewhere. There's a mob of Jack Short's family. Jack finally did wake up and had a bite to eat before he went back to sleep again. This is Jackie's daughter and Jack's grandson. I forget the name, but I think you get introduced after a while. And that young fellow, I don't know whether that's a Tommy or that's a Jackie's son. I'm ashamed to admit it. Bob is doing some cooking there. Peggy was the redhead that was watching. Probably that was, there's Peggy. There's Aunt Margaret, my big sister. And she's talking to Matt Boiler, that's Dick's grandson. And there's Marnette. Marnette is looking at some pictures. They brought some pictures. That's Mary, along with Marie. I'm sorry about the overexposed pictures. There's Eleanor and Peg again. I got a pretty good shot. Okay, and this is the youngest one that came to the party, the youngest of the offspring. He was born on the 4th of July, Tommy's 6th or 7th grandchild. Here's Carol, Tom and Jack's sister, and her husband, Alex, is in the background talking to Dick. Here comes Tommy's son. I think his name is John, or it could be Michael, but they came, and I thought this was pretty good. They came, and they brought their carriage, and they brought their playpen and Pampers, and they brought the 4th of July baby plus one other baby, and made themselves a little corner. I'm sorry about the overexposure, I can't help it. Anyhow, they set themselves up in a corner and tended to their kids, and it was the greatest thing that happened to us in a long time. Now, here's Jack, my cousin.
On August the 10th, 1980. And this is the Geoghegan family here. We have my kid sister, Jane. Say hello.
Hello, this is Jane. This is my older brother, Tom.
This is the good-looking part of the family, Tom. Say hello, Maureen.
Say hello. This is the sad sack here. You're stuck with it, boy.
What do I do with this thing?
And here's Aunt Lottie.
I have Jeffrey here, and he wants to suck on this thing.
Lottie, clean it. I'm kind of speechless, Billy. I'm very sorry. I'm not prepared for this. Robert, say a few words into the microphone.
There's a cold
Do a Alex? Alex?
Kids over here, and everybody's all over the place.
He cut it out. Sky King. Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
He can't take the picture that way.
Okay, how about back there, Jack?
Back, we have young Michael with the 100th grandchild, feeding him right now. We have Barbara taking a drink. And Christina in the cage. Take it back, Patty.
There's Betty Ann and Matthew and Jeff Boiler, Dick's children. Over in the garage door, there's another one there. There's Peggy and Janie. But I'm not going to be able to see them because they're in the dark anymore. Here they come. Okay, fine. Proof that Jack didn't sleep all the while he was here. He got up and he had a cup of coffee. And Ann's got something to say. Peg, how about saying hello to the folks?
How do you do?
Thank you.
Hi. Hello there.
Come on, Opa. He's responsible for this whole thing.
They don't
And Elle and Bob. Mike over there. I don't know what they're talking about. Dave. There's Bob and Dick. Goodbye, Dick.
Tell Angie we all
Say hello to Ange.
Yeah, tell her she was missed.